Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Let's go.
I think most men aged 15 to 35 now, he's been doing this long enough. He's got both ends of that spectrum. I'm sure others in their 40s and 50s too, but I think a large metric is that age group for men. Gary Vaynerchuk's been an inspiration to, I know, my life, your life. I know you watch him, Corey, and I think there's just no one else out there who truly just understands people and how to study them. It's crazy what he can predict, and the things he has predicted over and over again. The videos he was putting up at 20 years old, he's in his, I think, 40s now, talking about the things that are about to come, and everyone laughing at him when he's putting these videos out, and then they end up happening, and he's just ready to say, look at what happened. And I think not only that, but his grit and his tenacity and his mindset, and just, I'm sure things haven't been easy for him in certain times of his life, but his ability to be grateful and ground himself and just know that life is precious and we can still have bad days, but still find gratefulness and positivity in life. And I think that energy has been infectious with his followers and his audience. Gary Vaynerchuk, we were super excited to see him and also meet him. That was so incredible. And I think we're definitely excited to announce that Gary has agreed to be on the Functional Code podcast. All rise for episode 155 is what he agreed to. 155.
I had two things. One of which, we're on episode 62. Would you be our 100th episode?
When would that be? How fast are you?
We're doing once a week with a short form, every single day coming out as well, too.
155, locked in.
Deal.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Deal.
We are very grateful for, even 10 minutes of his time. Just the fact that he was able to take Dr. Jace's questions, talk to us, and just give us insight and then agree. To be honest, it made the weekend. It really did. So we are super excited, and Gary V will always be in our hearts, and I'm just super excited. So this one takes different.
Yeah, and so just to walk through the whole situation. So leading up to it, got a chance to get a front row, and I know we've all seen a lot of Gary V's speeches, talks, social media posts. So he always takes questions at the end. So I'm thinking, okay, I got to be the first up to have at least a chance at a question. So we got closer up front. Honestly, when he was talking, I blacked out through that most of the whole time. I usually never.
I would have
starstruck.
I would have too.
In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, what is the one question I'm going to ask, and then how the heck am I going to ask him to be on the podcast? It's going through my mind so many ways.
All the people there.
Yeah.
Like, front row.
I feel like it wasn't even all the people; it was just talking to him,
Just being
like
there, it was blacked out.
just like the idol status. So, got a chance to go up. Super, super cool, but awesome individual. And I think at the end of the day, I think we're going to give as much value with that session that we have with him coming up. And it's probably going to be a ways out, but stay tuned.
Just grateful for the opportunity, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Incredible human, and I just, again, honored to meet him. Honored to shake his hand.
Yes.
Alrighty. I could probably memorize everything he's ever said.
Honestly, yes.
So everything that I'm reading is probably something we've already heard, but
What is
he
the
did talk a
newer
little.
stuff?
Sorry, go ahead.
What is the newer stuff?
Yeah. That's what I'm going to hit on that, because he
Perfect.
did bring about some good information. One of them was the combination of AI and voice is going to be profound. He talked about how you will walk into your house one day, you're going to shout out into the room, and you're going to ask it to do something for you, and it'll get it done for you. Whether that's, hey Siri, I'm hurting. Send me a massage therapist in 30 minutes. I'll be ready. Perfect. They're going to call for you. They're going to set it up. Massage will be there in 30 minutes, and you didn't have to do anything. And he goes, if you don't think that's going to jeopardize your industry, you are sorely mistaken.
Oh, yes.
And he goes, it's not just coming for the tech industry. It's coming for everyone.
Everything.
And he goes, if you aren't prepared, you are going to lose. And so AI was the foundation of the speech that he made. He also mentioned that AI is going to allow you to do bigger things, and it's going to help you scale, and it's going to help you improve your business. He definitely tried to lower the fear and worry of it, because a lot of people feel that there's more negativeness to AI taking your job, and eventually we're all robots, are going to kill everybody and all that stuff. And he really tried to bring down that fear and say, look, this is here to help you, and you can truly make your life easier if you learn how to use this stuff. But it's going to take, like Dr. Duckworth says, thousands of hours to learn about it. But after you do that, you will be able to have a much easier life and truly improve your business. Yeah.
I love that. What's one thing you've took from?
One thing I really liked was when he talked about social media and trying to market yourself and advertising. I'll just read the quote. Social media is free. It's free. Yes, you can run ads, but when you post content, it can reach hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of people for free. And then to touch on that too, on his recent podcast, or one of them, he talks about how followers don't really equate to views, vice versa. So don't worry about your follower count. You can have videos that blow up and have hundreds of thousands of views. Just start pushing content.
On your first post.
Yeah, your first post, so it could just click, the algorithm.
Yeah, your first post.
Yeah,
you know,
some
it could just
some
click.
some people just got lucky, and one of their first posts just went viral.
Yeah, for people that don't have a lot of followers that want to be active on social media, me included, I want to start pushing my social media a little bit more and my personal brand, leveraging AI, different apps to help with that. I think we'll definitely we'll see that more in the future with clips and short form content and all that stuff. Yeah.
Doc, I gotta know. What's yours? I gotta know.
I think two things. I think there's one from Gary Vee, but I also want to bring in, I think this ties really well with that individual, Sarah, that we met.
Sarah. Oh, absolutely.
Because I think that would be a good pitch in for her and her company, because I think they go completely hand in hand together. But I think at the end of the day, I like your point, Corey. I think a lot of this comes back to branding at the end of the day, especially with more AIs. And you can almost make your own AI, and that can be part of the brand. But if you are your own brand long term, that can withstand a large portion of time. I think at the end of the day, it comes back to I want my grandchildren to see what steps I've taken and the growth I've given throughout years to come. I think that'd be super cool to pass down not only money but like knowledge and just where the family tree stemmed from in this era.
Yep.
I thought that would be. I think that's going to be fun to see how that kind of correlates down the road.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. Do you want to speak on Sarah? I can't remember her last name, but we met an individual in the conference room. I think this is the next day after Gary Vee, and of course, like certain things get put into the universe for a reason. Obviously, we finished the night with us having Gary Vee on the podcast, episode 155 coming down the road, and then him talking about AI. The next day, we randomly meet an individual who makes these GPTs.
AI agents and
oh my God, it blew my mind.
It was incredible.
On what the capabilities and possibilities are.
And it's fun because when you hear someone like Gary Vaynerchuk explain that, and you're like, gosh, this is important. I really do feel what he said was important, and I want to figure out what he means, because he didn't have another hour to explain to you how to do it. He just said that you need to do it. Then you get into the fact that we got to meet Sarah and her husband, and that is their job now, is they use AI to build you models for success. And to listen to them, we're going to be hopefully getting on a podcast with them in the near future. But the fact was that you can now create your own AI helper using your voice and your scripts that you say and how you've recorded yourself. And it can then just make things that you would have done yourself the way that you would have done it. And I think the way that I can use it as an example, because you can use it in a lot of situations, but this is going to be maybe the most clear. We obviously are looking to scale this podcast. We're trying to figure out ways to work full-time jobs and also do this on the side. So she said that now you can get to this point where you feed AI the podcasts we've done, anything we have, audio and video,
voice memos outside of it.
It then analyzes and keeps and remembers everything. And then you ask it to do tasks for you that you could have done yourself, and it does it for you how you would have done it. It says and puts scripts out how you would have spoke it. And then at the end of it, if you ask it to turn it into your own voice, you can just do that anyway. And now we're going to get to the point where, Gary Vee said that. He said it. He goes, right now, we're getting to the point where I'm going to be putting podcasts out that I didn't even do. It's just my voice and AI and scripts. and it's not even. It's
scary.
That is unreal.
You don't even have to be here
You don't.
doing the podcast.
There it
You can
is.
Just spit it into AI and it shoots you out a podcast showing us.
And then it might get to a point where it'll simulate us in video, and it'll be fake versions of us on a video, talking, communicating, facial structure, body language.
Or an AR set in kind of conference room with others around the world.
Crazy.
I don't know. It's
But
Yeah.
when you think about it, hopefully from a non-scary way, you can realize what other things you can do with it. And for those, she had another example was like in sales where you're making 250, 300 calls a day, which that's a large part of your time. And you only get maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 opportunities to catch someone on that phone call and then try to make that sale. And she goes, your AI agent will make all 300 calls for you. Pick the ones that they answer and are vetted, and then just feed them to you, and all your day is just closing.
It's so nice.
And she goes, that's 90% now to 10. And the rest of your day, you can then do what you need to do. Imagine that for some people.
And they even said, or she said that her husband sent out how many emails?
I think 1
in one
billion in 1 year. It's a lot.
A B.
Yeah.
I don't think I was there for that.
And his open rate
That
is
might have been when you guys.
his open rate is like 50%. So he's gotten to the point where
Email.
500 million people read his emails every year.
Could you imagine getting texts?
Scaling that with AI is incredible. But
Yeah.
I'm super excited to chat with those two and look forward to them being on the podcast.
So yeah, I'd say if you guys want to know more information, Gary Vaynerchuk, there's a lot of information out there. I know we can dive into some of his stuff, but I think there's others that I think we got a couple other different insights on that I think we should probably get to as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's awesome.
Alrighty.